2001-2002 season was one of magic for Plymouth Argyle fans. It will live long in the memory. But there were other things happening apart from the glory on the pitch. There's the new stands. At last we got the stadium that we were looking for. But there were other things happening behind the scenes as well that came to light just before the season began. Chairman Paul Stapleton takes up the story.
The end of May last year, Dan Macaulay came to Peter Jones and myself in the car park and said that he was thinking of leaving. It was time for him to step down, and he had a number of offers from various other people, and would we be considered in putting a consortium together? And this intrigued us and excited us. We weren't sure if we could ever pull it off, but we set about in May, and I went to the chairman's conference in June with Dan and had a further chat with him, and I also saw the interest that other chairmen and directors were making in Plymouth Argyle. There seemed to be a feel around the country that there was potential in Plymouth, but also perhaps potential to perhaps rape our assets and sort of have building development sites and goodness knows what else. So I didn't want any of that to happen, and we carried on our consortium talks and came back and met with Peter again, and we set about finding some other members to join our group, of which Dan was going to be one. And indeed, when we finalised the deal on the 9th of August, day before the season, Dan was one of the 6, which included Michael Foote, Phil Gill, an estate agent from London, Nick Warren, investment banker from London, Peter Jones, who'd already been on the board, and myself. And I was pleased and proud to have been nominated as chairman by the fellow board members, which included Dan, of course. He said I had his vote, which pleased me probably immensely. And we then started the season being 6 new board, if you like, a new chairman and a new start.
With events off the pitch, anticipation for the opening day of the season grew, and on August the 11th, Plymouth Argyle kicked off against Shrewsbury. With another home game against Rochdale 2 weeks later, surely that would see at least 6 points on the board.
Well, that's the first real opportunity we've seen. McGlinchey getting into the game for the first time. Good cross in, and Stonebridge just coming in behind Mickey Evans. Not able to get the header on target though. Forced to play it away as well. Murray in from behind on Freo. We will see the first yellow card of the season at Home Park. Nigel Jemson just trying to say that he was going for the ball, but Freo was clearly caught. I don't really think that Carl Murray can have too many complaints about that one. Inside for Freo. Played wide for McGlinchey. As Weatherick has gone up outside him. McGlinchey going for the shot. Good save from Cartwright. Now Martin Phillips. Little dink back inside towards Stonebridge. And Jenkins eventually clearing it away for the corner, but plenty of excitement then. Most of it sparked by Brian McGlinchey. Was caught again then by Murray. Now, what will happen here? He's already been booked for a foul on David Freo. He's reaching for his pocket, and that means that we will see the first dismissal of the season. Carl Murray, 2 yellow cards in the space of 5 minutes, and he's off. In the box, your blue shirts back there as well. Curled in towards Evans. Good chance here for Mickey Evans. And good goalkeeping from Mark Cartwright. And Evans doing a little juggle, a little conjure. Looked as if he was going to loop the header over the goalkeeper, but full credit to Cartwright. Stayed on his feet. Was able to make the save. Missing out. And Walker over the top. Oh, a little bit of a mix-up there between Lario and his defender, and Jagielka. Oh! That should have been the opening goal. And John Besweatherick is the man that Romain Lario and Graham Coughlin have to thank. After after that dreadful mix-up. Way of attacking pressure during this game. Shrewsbury just suddenly having a little spurt. Come out for Atkins, turned in by Jempson. Nigel Jempson has put Shrewsbury in front. And what a weekend for him. Well, the celebrations go on. Jempson celebrated his 32nd birthday yesterday. And I think that was the perfect present, really.
It was worrying before the game, obviously, with all the expectations of the fans and the new stadium and the new board, obviously. But you know, we've shot ourselves in the foot today. You know, had we come off that first half with 2 or 3 up, I don't think anybody in the whole stadium would have disagreed with it.
Well, Plymouth Argyle will gain no solace from the fact that the last time they scored a goal was against today's opponents, Rochdale, at the back end of last season. Well, on a roasting hot day, it may be hard for both sets of players to produce much more than the 0-0 scoreline in the final game of the last campaign. Stonebridge looks to try and find Mickey Evans, has Phillips on this side of the pass, a little overhit. Phillips will do well to recover the situation from here as Worrell comes to give support, but Phillips looks long for Hodges. It might just come back here for Stonebridge, and the deflection takes it in off Simon Coleman. Well, Simon Coleman scored on the opening day, and I'm sure he'd rather his name wasn't on the score sheet this afternoon. It's a good start for Plymouth. It's Plymouth 1, Rochdale 0. The ball just tossed into the middle. There was Lee Hodges to head it back, and Ian Stonebridge's header towards goal deflected off Simon Coleman and into the net. Well, what can Rochdale do to get back from that setback? Coleman going in strongly, obviously a little wound up by that. Now Durkin. He's created a bit of space for himself here, Kieran Durkin. It'll come back for the ever-working Gary Jones. Popped it in for Durkin. There's Clive Platts, and it's in. It's Gary Jones. He set up the attack, and he's finished it. It's Plymouth 1, Rochdale 1. The Dale back on terms within 2 minutes. Watton's corner. Oh, off the line initially. Did it go in? Where was the Russian linesman? We've only got an English one on this side, and he said it did not cross the line. Well, it has crossed the line now, but only out for a corner. Worrell came close for the throw-in from Phillips. He can toss it in, looking towards Evans. Over away by Coleman. Now Worrell slices the ball up, but it might fall kindly for Stonebridge. Adams just does enough to force the ball to Martin Phillips, who fancies a go himself. And it had shades of a goal he scored for Exeter City some time ago against Fulham as Martin Phillips shaped to shoot. You just had that image that it was going to bury itself in the top corner, but just a little too much behind it. And the man they call Buster, he couldn't bust the net. Watton steps over as Phillips centres. Look to have been some pulling as it comes down for Adams, and there's the header. It was from point blank range, and it was the new man, Nicky Banger, who got his head to the ball as Adams skewed his shot wildly, but Banger was there to react, and his header was clawed out by Neil Edwards. Oh, the mistake by Broad presents it straight to Townsend. This could be trouble as Connor goes in, saved by Larry O. Connor will get another go, and it's in. And it's the mistake from Plymouth's defence that may have cost them this match. Into the last 10. Phillips' corner looked to be disappointing, and almost was until the mistake was made. And Neil Edwards has come to the rescue of Kieran Durkin. Well, Durkin dallied on the edge of his box, and McGlinchey was quickly upon it. And that's a fine save from Edwards. Edwards really has been Rochdale's man of the match this afternoon.
The 2 home defeats had left Argyle third from bottom of the 3rd division. Could they pick it up? The next game was going to be a difficult one. August Bank Holiday Monday, a trip for the first time to League New Boys, Rushton and Diamonds, followed soon afterwards by the first Devon derby against Torquay United.
Score from which the Diamonds after 29 minutes, Wayne Derby! Score after 45 minutes from Plymouth, number 9, Mickey Evans. After 50 minutes, the scorer for Plymouth Argyle, number 5, Brian Cochran.
Like a lot of turning points in our season, I think, especially the Rushden game when Brian popped up and scored the winner after we were 2-0 down. I think that was a massive turning point.
Third goal for Plymouth after 70 minutes, Brian McGlinchey.
Roach looking to turn. He's got away from Coughlin. Neville Roach with a chance, and Lario having to make a save. Well, he spread himself well then, Romain Lario, and he needed to as well. Ball almost squeezing under his body from Neville Roach, who turned his defender and got into a very good position. That's probably the best chance we've seen so far. Flick on from Evans for Stonebridge. Phillips to his right, might try the shot himself. A good effort too, and a good save from Kevin Dearden. Well, Ian Stonebridge deciding to chance his arm, just creating a little bit of space for himself. He struck it well, good height for the goalkeeper. Graham trying to get the ball off him. This is Steve Adams, chance to deliver a decent cross. Well, he had it, but Bobby Herrera was there to put it away for another corner. Good pressure from Argyle. Phillips looking to curl it in. Frio with the header. Well, it had been on the cards for a few minutes. And it's the Frenchman David Frio who gets the vital goal. Well, Argyle keeping the pressure on. The corner taken short by Paul Watton for Martin Phillips. Phillips, good cross in, and Frio, who loves to steal in unmarked, planting the ball in the bottom corner. David Graham then with the corner, and the header coming in from David Woosley. Wasn't a bad effort either. Back for McNeil. Coughlin up with a header. It'll come for Chris Brandon. Now David Graham. Tully with a chance to get the cross in. Towards Kevin Hill on the far side. Good effort from Hill. And a good save from Lario too. Well, he was in an awkward position then, Kevin Hill. He did very well to loop that one back on target.
With the 2 away victories and the draw at Hull in the second week of the season, Argyle were now confident. They went into the next home game against Swansea City feeling they could break their home park duck. The game had been rearranged. It was now Tuesday, September the 11th, and with the events of that day, a subdued atmosphere surrounded Home Park. It was only added to by the flat area that once contained the Barn Park, Lyndhurst and Devonport stands. Argyle was still unbeaten on the road, 4 league games away from Home Park and 8 points. It was a good return, but they went into their biggest away game of the season so far. It was at St James Park in Exeter City, a night of magic for Argyle fans.
The long ball towards Flack, and Paul Watton had lost his footing. Flack has got away towards Sean McCarthy. Well, an early opportunity for McCarthy against his former club. What a story that might have been. Argyle applying the early pressure. Good turn from Phillips. To deliver the cross deep towards Frio. It's a little too high for him. Vinci picking it up on this near side. Has he taken it too far? Well, he's got the cross in towards Mickey Banger. Chance for Phillips! And Martin Phillips has put Plymouth Argyle in front against his old club. What a start for Argyle. Less than 5 minutes played. And Phillips celebrating. He's delighted. His second goal for Argyle. Well, he's never been a prolific goal scorer by any means, Martin Phillips. It was Brian McGlinchey who set it up, did very well to get the cross in towards the far post. It fell for Phillips, and he tucked it firmly into the corner. Very good work from Brian McGlinchey. The Exeter players just appealing as if the ball might have gone out. I don't think it did. The referee didn't. And that one will count. Plenty of big men forward for Exeter. Curled in towards Steve Flack. In fact, it's turned in by Chris Curran, of all people. Another man to get a goal against his former club. Well, he spent 2 years at Argyle as a defender. He got up in Steve Flack. Just got the flick, and nothing Romain Lario could do about that one. Chris Curran. Well, he doesn't score too many goals, but he'll treasure that one, that's for sure. Lovely touch from the former Argyle player. This is Breslin. To spread it wide for Christian Roberts, who's made a great run. Good save from the goalkeeper. Well, a move that perhaps deserved a goal then. He's getting the chance now. A chip towards Christian Roberts. Bezmetherick will want it to run out of play. It's not going to, though. Roberts has nicked in beside him. And now Jeff Breslin in there. Can't quite get the shot away. It'll come for Roberts. And it's in the net! Christian Roberts strikes a second for Exeter. Oh, Argyle have only themselves to blame. Some sloppy defending then, creating the chance for Christian Roberts to score his second of the season. Well, it was Roberts' persistence which paid off. He nicked it away from Bezmetherick in towards Breslin. Shots 1 and 2 blocked, and eventually it came out to Roberts, and he made absolutely no mistake. Tucking it into the corner, and again Lario left with no chance. Bezmetherick towards Michael Evans, got a good touch on it. And now McConnell giving him the ball back. A chance here perhaps for Evans to get a shot in. And Gregg, who had to scramble back towards his goal, finding himself in exactly the right position. Well, McConnell's attempted clearance bouncing into Evans, and the shot well blocked by Matthew Gregg in the end. Paul Watton then with the free kick. Curled in towards Evans. Curran up in front of him. Now Watson with the header clear. Barlow has Breslin to his left. Black is up ahead of him. Barlow and McCarthy making their way into the middle. Good run this from Breslin. Now he's picked out Christian Roberts. Chance for him perhaps to drive the shot in. Oh, what a good effort. And what a superb save from Romain Lario. Gets the congratulations from his former teammate Sean McCarthy. And Roberts can hardly believe it didn't go in. Well, a good ball from Jeff Breslin. Roberts seizing his chance, struck it well. And that is good goalkeeping. He really did get plenty of power behind it. It was in the right area. Lario forced to defend again as the corner comes across. It'll come back for Barlow. Oh, he's hit the post. Well, Romain Lario had hardly had a chance to recover his breath. McCarthy and Flack and Watson. Argyle getting it half away. Christian Roberts with the strike, and that's another fine save from Romain Lario. Well, he's denied Roberts on a couple of occasions now. That was another excellent stop. Watson not quite sure where the ball has gone. It's come for Nicky Banger. Now Phillips. Breslin and Power getting goal side of him. Good cross in though, and it's been turned in by Michael Evans. Well, Martin Phillips provided the cross for it. Michael Evans getting the equaliser. Again, I think you have to ask question marks about the goalkeeping here. Phillips delivering the cross, Gregg coming for it, not getting there. And a simple tuck in from Michael Evans. Good cross from Phillips, but you feel as if the goalkeeper should claim it if he comes to there. He didn't get it. 2 minutes for one of these two sides to secure all 3 points. Both of them seem to be going for it. This is Martin Phillips. Need to get the cross in towards Stonebridge. And Ian Stonebridge has surely sealed it for Plymouth Argyle. But it's Martin Phillips who was again the architect there. Another another pinpoint cross from the former Exeter player. And he's delighted, as is Ian Stonebridge. And I think that Paul Sturrock is pretty pleased as well now. Phillips delivering a superb cross, good header from Stonebridge. And Argyle look as if they may well have stolen all 3 points. Getting the ball forward, and Dermot Gallagher bringing down the curtain on what's been a pulsating Devon derby. Michael Evans putting Plymouth Argyle right back in it in the second half with the equaliser. Huge disappointment for City manager Noel Blake, having seen his side 2-1 in front and then throw it away right at the very end. The goal provided by Ian Stonebridge after Martin Phillips had set him up. The spoils then going to the green and whites after a game which provided its share of thrills and spills. And it was Argyle who provided the killer touch. Final score then here at St James's Park. Exeter City 2, Plymouth Argyle 3.
To win a local derby in the last minute after trailing 2-1, you come off and you think, you know, things are going our way here. Things are, you know, hasn't happened before in any other seasons. Just everything at that stage, everything we did turned to gold really, and we just kept winning games.
Argyle were beginning to make progress in the league, rising to 8th. The next home game came against Macclesfield on September the 22nd. 3 points would see further progress.
Macclesfield, I think you had a draw at York, and then of course came that very important game here when you played Luton, who were sort of top of the table.
Yeah, especially down to 10 men as well. It was going to be a big game with 11 men, but I mean that showed the character of the boys who dug in deep, got a great result out. And I mean from that game onwards, I think the lads started thinking, hang on a minute, we've got half a chance here, sort of thing. You know, whereas at the start of the season we would have massively settled for the playoffs, and we just started believing it then, and we just carried on through, just like I said.
You were very pumped up for the Luton game, weren't you? I think Joe Kinnear had made a few remarks about the club and things like that. So did you actually sort of go into that game thinking you had a point to prove?
We had the quotes up on the board and everything, so we knew, you know, obviously things had been said in the press and things kept getting said all season. So to quieten down people is a good feeling as well.
Glitchy. Early ball towards Michael Evans. Oh, the header just wide. Well, Mark Avondale came for that one. He didn't get there. And that was very close to the opening goal. Here's the target. Good flick down. Now Holmes finding Crow. Good save from Romain Larieux. With the corner. Oh, another good save from Larieux, but it's been turned in. And it's Dean Crow who's got it, I think. Just over 13 minutes gone. Unlucky for Argyle. And unlucky in particular for Romain Larieux. Made an excellent save to start with, but couldn't gather the ball as it fell loose. It was Dean Crow who was on hand to pop it into the net. So the man who started at Argyle puts them behind. Shove in the back of Frio. In towards Dean Crowe again. And Steve Howard. Bent getting it forward towards Michael Evans. Nice little layoff for Ian Stonebridge. Evans is to his right. Stonebridge might go all the way. He's found Martin Phillips. Phillips with a chance. 1-1. Well, goal scoring's becoming a little bit of a habit for Martin Phillips. That's his third in the last 4 games. And it was a wonderfully set up move as well. Michael Evans was the starting point. Lovely little layoff for Ian Stonebridge. He brought the wall forward cleverly. Looked for a moment as if he was shaping to shoot himself. Then spotted Phillips's run. He found Phillips, and Phillips did the rest. This is Nichols. Rowe looking for space to turn. Another free kick. This time right on the edge of the penalty area. Now somebody has said something in amongst all that. I think Paul Watton throwing the ball around, hitting someone on the head, and the referee taking exception. He's given him a yellow card and he's moved the free kick forward to the edge of the penalty area. Referee just wanting the wall lined up properly. It's going to be Valois to curl it. Oh, against the crossbar. And that was so close. Well, the Frenchman took that almost nonchalantly then, didn't he? He's already scored 2 spectacular goals in 2 games for Luton. Jean-Louis Valois coming desperately close to getting a third then. This is Nichols in towards Dean Crowe. Oh, that took a deflection. It's all happening. Off it. For Jason Bent on this near side. He's got away from Taylor. Bent looking to curl it towards the far post. Came off the upright, I think. Well, that was very, very close again. Jason Bent curling it towards the far post. Stonebridge was closing in. He was completely wrong-footed in the end. And a sigh of relief from Luton Town. The free kick. Evans has been penalised, I think. Or is it Stonebridge he wants to talk to? Well, it's Michael Evans that he's going to have words with. Between him and Russell Perrott. And that is a red card. Well, I have to say that I am slightly puzzled by that. Mr. Hall clearly deciding that Evans used an elbow there or something. Watton with the corner, curl towards the near post, and it's in there from David Freo. In stoppage time, at the end of this first half, David Freo puts Argyle in front. His third of the season. And a brave header it was too. He's got away from Boyce. Can he finish? Well, Avondale having to make a great save. Over the top for Dean Crowe to chase. Lario out with the head. Forbes looking to lob it back in. Lario still out of position. Oh, and he got back somehow to turn it away, the goalkeeper. Oh, Stephen Howard. Thought he'd got the equaliser then. And Nichols. Right inside for Adrian Forbes, who's looked lively since he's come on. Cross in towards Howard, free header, and a great save again for Romain Lario. Frio and Adams, and then gives the ball away. Spring. This is Taylor, looking to try the driven effort. And spectacular stuff again from Romain Larrieux. Wills looking to lift it in towards Lee Hodges. Away from Emerson Boyce. Stonebridge, turn past one, looking to go past Nicholl. Stonebridge! Oh, so close.
Argyle were now fourth, but the next game was a difficult away match at Oxford United.
Larrieux coming out. Good save from the goalkeeper, is it? A penalty has been given. Well, Argyle absolutely incensed. Paul Watton, Romain Larrieux, both going to Paul Alcock. Well, they felt that Larrieux got down then and played the ball. Certainly Omoyimne went over. The question is, did he push or did he dive? Mr. Alcock deciding that Larrieux brought him down, and that is a penalty. Paul Moody against Romain Larrieux, and Moody puts it away. Well, that's his second goal for Oxford since rejoining from Millwall. Thumping it into the corner of the net, really. And Larrieux given no chance, but certainly some controversy over whether that penalty should have been given or not. Now Adams over the top towards Banger. He'd love to score here against his old club. Banger with the shot, and he has done. Well, the former Oxford man gets the goal for Argyle. And surprising, the celebrations can contain a little bit of zeal. Suspicion of handball from Banger in the run-up to that goal. Went away with that. And when he found a little gap opening up, he squeezed the ball past Ian McGolden to make it 1-1.
There's Watton.
With Argyle still going well, they now entertained struggling Halifax Town. Surely 3 points are on the board.
Spots the run of McGlinchey. Just quickly comes Swales, and out he goes for an Argyle corner. Watton with the deeper corner, met by Coughlin, and in it goes! The keeper tried his best, but he couldn't keep out the header. It's Plymouth 1, Halifax 0. Oh, far better corner on this occasion, and Graham Coughlin made it superbly to get his second goal of the season. You should note the best. Clearing only as far as Nicky Banger. Banger, oh, he was indicating for Stonebridge to take it over. Stonebridge will get there now, and Martin Phillips is in. He'd prefer it on his left, but with his right, he can put Plymouth 2-0 up. Well, Martin Phillips has a trusty left foot, and he's proved his right foot isn't so bad after all. We'll have to throw in. Comes the middle. There's a header from Hodges, and it's 3-0.
A big game was coming up, away at Mansfield Town, who were going very well at the time. This was going to be the first big test for Argyle since the Luton Town game.
Home games. This is Pemberton's ball in. Greenacre with the touch, and well, there was just no pace on it. Once Greenacre got the right boot on it, it was easy for Larrieux to save. Had there been more pace in it, then that might well have tested the Frenchman. steady themselves, and Hatchell puts out White. Lawrence's cross. This is Greenacre, real chance here. He's blazed it over. Another great opportunity for the man that's already netted 10 times for the Stags this season, but he yet again couldn't force Lariat into a decent save. In fact, he couldn't even hit the target this time. Oh, appeals for handball from the supporters, not the players, but we're going to carry on with Evans. Nice shot on the turn, and it bounced in front of Kevin Pilkington. But the former Manchester United keeper got his body behind the ball, and well, it's a good job he didn't spill it. Brian McGlinchey with the Pilgrims throwing. Phillips back to McGlinchey. Manages to scoop another cross in, and well, the keeper wanted it leaving, but Reddington didn't take any chances. It's another corner. And the keeper saves the day there, and Adams' header hits the post. Well, the keeper was still on the floor, and the danger not yet cleared. Frio's shot, and that fades away, but well, Pilkington managed to get the first effort cleared, but when Steve Adams sent a header over the top of everybody, and that struck the post, and that's desperately unlucky for the Pilgrims. Adams pumps one down, pitch for Evans, who's in on goal here. Great chance for Plymouth. What a finish by Evans. He only needs half a chance. Michael Evans still had plenty of work to do when the ball landed in front of him. The finish was so sublime. It's his third goal of the season. It comes in the 54th minute. It's Mansfield Town 0, Plymouth 1, and it's richly deserved, that lead. Williamson, well, he tries a shot and it hits the post. Larrier left it. Well, that was calamitous. The Frenchman had his arms outstretched and was clearly leaving that one, and it struck the post, would you believe? I think he's a lucky Frenchman there. This is Les Robinson, 34-year-old. Started at Mansfield Town in the mid-80s. He's been to lots of other places since. Now, great ball by McGlinchey to Evans, who's picked out Wills, could finish it for Plymouth, round the keeper, and then into the side netting. He just didn't have the energy, I don't think, there, Wills. He run himself into the ground to get into that position, and he's a touch unfortunate. Well, that just strikes Reddington in the forehead and comes out to Stonebridge, and it's 4-on-3 at the back here. Chance for Worrell to finish it. Great save by the keeper. Frio's finished it off, and that's finished Mansfield Town off. It's Plymouth Argyle's first league win at Field Mill since December 1971, and the unbeaten run goes on. You just can't stop them. 4-on-3. And when one couldn't score, the other one did. 2-0. Frio. There's Wetherick. Stonebridge onside, could be 3-0. Oh, Plymouth are showboating. The third goal comes in stoppage time. A brilliant finish by the former Spurs trainee. Slid it past the keeper with no problems whatsoever. Bradley. Greenacre back with Shane Bradley. He's missed the target, the former Grecian. He's miskicked a few times this afternoon. Clean through there, no excuses. Should have got the consolation goal for the Stags. Couldn't do it.
I did feel that maybe the scoreline flattered us a wee bit today. Though I didn't feel we deserved to lose the game. I think we've dropped back off the pace of it in the second half and allowed them to dictate for long spells. And when you do that, you drag people into your box, and they've hit the post at 1-0. They obviously feel aggrieved.
The victory away at Mansfield put Argyle into second position. The next game is on Tuesday, October the 23rd. 3 points at home to Lincoln City would see Argyle take over top spot. Could they do it?
Early corner for Argyle.
A few days later saw Argyle playing on a Sunday, this time away, in a televised game against Bristol Rovers.
To curl it in towards the near post. Oh, came off the defender. It's been turned in by Martin Phillips. What a start for Argyle. Well, we've got 1 minute and 50 seconds on the clock. Argyle are in front. Martin Phillips with his 5th goal of the season, the former Rovers player. And what a start for Argyle, Neil.
Tremendous set pick. I mean, Paul Watton, he takes penalties like that, doesn't he? He really drove it in there, and I thought the Bristol Rovers were very poor at near post there. And it's a cracking, you know, it's a scramble, but who's there pops up? Phillips. He's the one that's looking to score, and great start for Plymouth.
Martin Phillips has certainly added a goal-scoring dimension to his game. Just the mistake by the defenders there, and Phillips was the fastest to react. What a start for Argyle. Paul Watton with the free kick. Aimed in towards Coughlin, who got into space. Hodges with a chance, and that's 2-0. Lee Hodges. And he's all smiles. So is Graham Coughlin. So are Plymouth Argyle. Well, I wonder whether that will be the killer chance. Tucked it away superbly, Neil.
He took it very well. You could see it coming straight away. As soon as it went in, he's not going to miss that.
Perhaps a little bit of fortune, the deflection off the defender, which was Steve Foster, I think, but Hodges making absolutely no mistake with the shot. Lancing it past Scott Howie. We're away from Watton this time. Thompson finding Kevin Gore. Thompson will look to curl the cross in towards the far post. Chance for Cameron.
It's a better cross as well. It's the first positive cross that they've had, isn't it? It's a great cross. He pulled it back. He didn't wait. He never took.
He was the last man to score for Bristol Rovers. Now he's finally ended that long, long drought.
And it only needed a flick, didn't it? And he's been ever so positive since he come on as the lad. He's challenged everything with Paul Watton down the middle, and he's deserved it really. And it will give them a lift. We've got a game on our hands for the last 8 to 9 minutes now, I think.
Argyle establishing themselves as league leaders now entertain Hartlepool United at home.
Building up patiently. We're all trying to hook it in towards Michael Evans. That's a good ball. Evans with a chance to get the shot in. It's a good save from Williams, who grabs it at the second attempt. Well, an early opportunity for Argyle. Lovely ball played in for Michael Evans. He managed to bring it down. Took his time over the shot. It was a good one. A fine save from Anthony Williams. Hoffman heading it long towards Evans. Good flick on. Hodges on the far side, looking to get the cross in early towards Evans. Well, again, Nicky Evans providing the threat. And again, Anthony Williams there to deny him with a good save. David Worrell. It's a great ball forward for Ian Stonebridge. Hodges and Evans taking up positions in the middle. This is Evans. Won't make contact. Stonebridge inside for David Worrell. Put himself well forward. And David Friot puts Plymouth Argyle in front. The Frenchman popping up from nowhere with his 7th goal of the season. But you have to give credit for that one to the incisive run made by David Worrell. Got himself in behind the defender, into the box. Good cross in, and David Friot launched himself at it. Argyle deservedly in front. with the free kick. Too high for Evans. Stonebridge looking at it. Evans trying to get on the end of it. Not yet through for Martin Phillips. Phillips doing well to get the cross in towards the far post. Well, knocked down from Frio. Oh! Well, Stonebridge was in there. Couldn't quite turn the shot in on target. Deflected away for the corner in the end. A little bit of indiscipline from Hartlepool at the moment. Playing the corner short. The best of return balls from Martin Phillips. This is Phillips though, trying to get the shot in. Oh, it was a good effort too. Martin Phillips, 5 goals already this season. Wants to get the shots in when he can. Smith in towards Lormer. Oh, a chance here for Darrell Clark. Clark coming in rapidly at the far post. Just asked a little too much of him, the cross. Up in the side netting, but Argyle, virtually for the first time in the match, almost caught out. Cross in from Paul Smith. That's effort, only just wide.
Argyle's next game was a scoreless draw at Cheltenham Town. Still unbeaten on their travels. They travelled to Whitby Town for the FA Cup where they got a draw. But how would they respond to that? Next was a game against Southend United, a tough match at Roots Hall on Tuesday, November the 20th.
The opportunity to get it away.
Argyle still riding high. Now look forward to the visit of struggling Carlisle United.
Early ball in towards Michael Evans. Now Frio coming forward. Was caught on the edge of the area. Evans with the shot! And Michael Evans gets his 4th of the season. Well, you felt it was only a matter of time. Argyle had been doing all the pressing. And it was that brave challenge on the edge of the area from David Frio which set it up. The ball bouncing through to Michael Evans. The flag stayed down and Evans kept his cool. Watton then with the corner in towards the near post. Kick on from Hodges. And now Jason Bent trying to get the shot in. Great save, still not cleared. Frio, and somehow Peter Keane got back to make a second save. For Frio. Towards Stonebridge. Bent caught before he got to the ball. I think Morley will be booked this time. Second worst disciplinary record in the league. Morley does escape with just a stern word this time from Rob Harris, but this afternoon's first half performance, it's not difficult to see why. 4 minutes of stoppage time will be played. 4 minutes. In towards Hodges, and just, well, I thought it was just the simplest of touches in for Graham Coughlin then. But somehow he managed to poke it wide. Vinci finding Michael Evans. Hodges to hit it long. Phillips is on the far side. I wasn't quite sure where it was going for a moment. Phillips in towards Stonebridge. And the challenge coming in from Stu Whitehead. Phillips taking the corner quickly. Stonebridge. Place for him to turn. Bent is on the edge of the area. He struck it well. And it's in the corner. Jason Bent gets his first Argyle goal. And he won't strike a much sweeter one than that in his career, I won't think. Watton then with the corner. Towards the near post this time. It's gone right across the goal and, oh, hooked over the top. And Coughlin again. Evans with a little knockdown towards David Frio. Now Stonebridge. Oh, should have been 3. That was a glorious opportunity. It was well worked too. Or Watton then with the corner in towards the near post. It'll flick on from Evans, and it's been turned in by Martin Phillips. Phillips gets his 7th of the season, and probably his simplest yet. Watton to take the free kick, driving it in firmly towards the near post. Evans battling for it still. Phillips! Oh! So close to number 4. Well, he could have had 2 in a minute, couldn't he? Both of them set up by Michael Evans.
3 points against Carlisle, but now Argyle faced a difficult away clash. After beating Whitby in the FA Cup 3-2, they now travelled to Brisbane Road and Leyton Orient. Could they keep up their away form?
A lot of room there for McGlinchey. Pulled the trigger, but that drifted wide of Barrett's post. Now Beery. Oh, that's fallen kindly. Houghton with a shot. Oh, that's a terrific save too. Well, we said earlier that Houghton has the habit of scoring terrific goals against Plymouth, and he very nearly grabbed one there. And he has this free kick. Swung in there, it's a good header. Oh, it's a terrific stop. Well, Hodges can't believe it. That's a really good free kick, good header, and a terrific save from Scott Barrett to deny Plymouth. That's nicely done. Joseph with a cross too. There's the header! Oh, terrific save! Well, Lario kept that one out. The cross whipped in by Joseph. Jabbo Iberi with a point-blank header. That's played on well. Played right across there. Well, that could have gone anywhere. Dangerously close to an own goal, and in fact it's gone for the corner. Now then, ball given away badly. Evers. Worrell. Did well to get a cross in there too. Well, the knockdown. Not a bad try with the header. Well, wide of Barrett's right-hand post. So, 3 minutes to go. Iberi. Oh, it's a shot there, well saved indeed from Lario, from Wayne Gray.
Another point on their travels, but a draw in the FA Cup against Bristol Rovers led Argyle to a home game, another tough one, against Darlington.
Only as far as Ian Clark, though. Had a real chance then. Probably had a little more time than he thought, but warning signs were there for Plymouth Argyle then. McGlinchey. Hodges in towards Frio. Stonebridge is to his left. Ian Stonebridge trying to get space for a shot. And that is the closest we've come in this first half so far. Jason Bent. He's given the ball away. This is Mellenby. Now Chillingworth looking to curl the shot in. Too far wide from Danny Chillingworth. And I think they'll be pretty happy with their first 45 minutes. Frio losing possession. Brumwell. Outside for Wainwright. And then she can get it forward once more. Stonebridge had made the little run. They're trying to hold it up for Atkinson. Rather keep possession. And now Chillingworth with the shot, and they are having to be alert. Took it well. Once again, Lario, not at full stretch. There's Chillingworth. Mark will pick it up. He's unmarked on the far side. He'll have to drive across it. He's got a little shot in. Too far wide. No one seemed to pick Ian Clark up then on the far side. Acres of space and plenty of time too. Chip actually going just wide at the far post. He's getting it forward towards Stonebridge. Well, he's forcing him wide. Stonebridge has won it back, or has he? Well, look as if he had for a moment. And eventually getting in the clearance. Coughlin somehow managing to play it from off the floor. It's come for Stonebridge. The shot on target. Pollock was right behind it. Blair Sturrock. The score it would be if he was to get a goal. Played into the path of David Frio. Well, it was a telling contribution from Blair Sturrock, which set it all up. Reid O'Keefe also involved. But a lovely ball into the path of David Frio. And he just flicked it over Collett for his 8th goal of the season. Or will that be enough to settle it, I wonder?
Argyle have been knocked out of the FA Cup by Bristol Rovers on the Tuesday night. They now travelled to Scunthorpe United on a wintry day. How would they respond to that defeat?
Shot as well from Brian McGlinchey. Bounced just in front of the keeper. But Tom Evans had a clear view of it. McGlinchey seemed to crack it well. Any uneven bounce on this snowy pitch, and that could have gone in. So early possession for the Pilgrims, who are in splendid form at the moment. This is Coughlin. It won't go out, Graham. Oh, he's passed it to Scott Brough. Not Brough Scott. He's the more famous racing pundit. Oh, Larry has dropped it. Carruthers could be in. It's 1-0, and the scorer is Lee Hodges, who played 9 lone games for Plymouth Argyle in the 97-98 season without scoring for Plymouth. He scored here today in the 6th minute of play. Paul Sturrock will not be happy with this start. It's the 3rd corner, and it's off the line by Martin Phillips. It was Carruthers again with a glancing header. And Laria, well, it hits the bar, that one. The goalkeeper looks punch drunk. 2 scares there in quick succession for the Pilgrims. Off the line from Carruthers' header by Buster Phillips, and then Laria was flapping at that as it hit the bar. They are under pressure. Well, Adams managed to intercept, but it's Scunthorpe United that are running the game, and this is Lee Hodges. Carl Bradshaw gave it away. Phillips now 2 on 5 at the back. Phillips ball into Stonebridge, connected first time, and it hit the post. Ian Stonebridge with the first time effort, and Stonebridge thought the keeper touched it. Tom Evans, he may well have done. Looked to be squirming into that bottom right-hand corner. Great play by Plymouth, rather unlucky. Hodges again wriggling about and looking comfortable on the ball, but Frio sorted him out. Adams to Hodges. Alex Calvo Garcia, the Spaniard. Carruthers, clumsy touch from him, the former Aston Villa man. Here's the Spaniard again. Robbed of the ball by Wills, who just clobbers it anywhere. Bradshaw. Dangerous cross, and well done Paul Watton, but it's come out to Lee Hodges. It's gone in! Well, that was a bit butterfingered from Lariat, who's had a bit of a nightmare in the opening 25 minutes. It's 2-0. It was a routine save, and full blame has to go to the goalkeeper there. Plymouth under pressure now. So Watton with the 5th Pilgrims corner. Decent one as well, and the goalkeeper was flapping at it. It's another corner. He wasn't too confident then, Tom Evans. Not the tallest man in the world either. Watton then, 6th corner for Plymouth. Hodges with the flick. Coughlin with a free header, it's gone over the line! Calamity in the Scunthorpe 6-yard box, and the Pilgrims are back on track. It was the former Livingston defender that wreaked havoc in the box. Great header at the back post, and neither the keeper or the defenders could stop it from crossing the line. It's 2-1, game on. Paul Watton wanted one of the players to stand still. Could have been Stonebridge. Great header there, and just narrowly wide from Marino Keith. Great contact with the ball. Looked to be destined for the bottom right-hand corner, but Keith's header was a fraction wide. Dawson with that throw in. Could be a chance for Carruthers. Well blocked by Coughlin. Scott Brough. Carruthers. Carruthers, what a fantastic save from Laria. That was world class from the former Montpellier goalkeeper. Full stretch as well. Carruthers must have thought that he'd scored, and he shook the hand of Laria. This is the manager's son, Paul Sturrock's son, Blair. Phillips. Blair Sturrock in the penalty area. That is Sturrock. Real chance here for Keith to finish, and he should have scored. Marino Keith, the substitute. And it's Lee Hodges. Comes through to Brough. Great stop by the keeper. Scott Brough hammered it, and the Frenchman spread himself big and made a brilliant block.
The damage was done in the first 5 minutes. Now, to lose a goal like we did is very peculiar for us to lose that type of goal. It was a very much Plymouth-made one, I'm saying, and hopefully we'll learn from it. But we had to chase the game after that, and they got another zany goal made by us, and so we were 2-0 down going into the break. It didn't look optimistic because of obviously Scunthorpe being a very good side, but to be fair to the players, they've shown great character. They've come out here and battled and worked very hard and had 3 or 4 real good opportunities the second half. But swings and roundabouts, we've had days that the other teams should have scored against us and haven't, so you know, we've got to take the bad with the good.
The next game was on Boxing Day with the opening of the new stands, the Barn Park stand and the Devonport stand. Could Argyle return to winning ways at home park? Surely they could, and 2 goals early in the second half seemed to shine out a light for the Greens. The draw over Torquay were the first points dropped at home park since August the 25th. But could they bounce back? The next game was to Rushton and Diamonds 3 days later.
Well, a match which should remind Plymouth Argyle of how it all began for them this season. You may remember it was their 3-2 victory that Rushton back in August, which set them off on that 19-match unbeaten run. It's like a similar vein of form with this afternoon's game, which will stay top of the table not only into the new year, right until the end of the season. As Phillips has found space to turn. Can they put David Worrell in? It's a good opportunity. Finding Phillips. Nice touch for Marino Keith. Now David Worrell getting forward. Inside for Phillips. Might get a chance to get the shot in here. That was close. Stonebridge. Chance for him to have a little run. He's got Keith away to his right. Might not need him. Turley making a good save. Cleared away in the end by Andy Sambrook. Stonebridge deciding to go it alone. He had Marino Keith away to his right, which was possibly a better option. Went for the shot though. And Turley forced to make a very good save. Knocked out by Andy Sambrook. Looking to get the cross in. Away by McGlinchey. This is Underwood. It's cut out well by Hodges. Butterworth getting the shot in, and almost taking Lario by surprise. Finding Partridge. Put the cross in this time. It's too high for Lario. The Hall couldn't stretch enough at the far post. Sambrook putting the cross in towards Lowe. Coughlin missing it. Hall, Lowe, and somehow Rushton wasting the opportunity. Well, there were some errors there in the Argyle box. Doing well just to find a little bit of space. A dummy, but in behind him. Hodges for Keith, a little back heel. The flag is up for offside though. What with the free kick? Right across the face, and I don't think anybody got a touch until Bill Turley pulled it away for the corner. McGlinchey with the corner. Coughlin climbing, and Turley again denying Argyle with an even better save this time. Well, Graham Coughlin, he'd scored for the second game in a row then. Got up very well to McGlinchey's corner, which was well flighted. Turley having to get down to his right to turn the ball away. Worrell forward for Stonebridge, looking to set Martin Phillips away down this near touchline. Phillips has done well to get to the byline. Marino Keith, and a good save again from Turley. Well, that was a move that really deserved a goal. Phillips given the opportunity to have a real run down that touchline. He got to the byline. It was a good cross, good header from Keith, and a very fine save from Turley. To deliver the free kick. And Marino Keith got in there with the header. It was another fine save from Billy Turley. It could so easily have been the all-important goal. Marino Keith stealing in behind the defence with the header. Good flick from him. Good save from the goalkeeper. There's Sturrock. Done well to get round the goalkeeper, and it's an own goal. Or is it? Well, I thought there might have been a touch from the defender, but it looks as if Marino Keith is going to claim it. Well, Keith was in there in the middle of it. Or was that an own goal? And Marino Keith will be keen to get the credit.
I got in on the blind side of the defender, and the defender never touched it in the end. I'm obviously going to say that, but that's actually what happened. It's brilliant to get in the score sheet for myself anyway, because I was deprived of the one up at Scunthorpe, which I scored as well. Yeah, it's good, but the most important thing for the club is just to get back on the winning track. It's 2 games undefeated now, and hopefully a lot more to come.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice obviously to end the year as well at the top of the table, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, it's brilliant. We're there at the top of the table on merit, and teams have got to go there and knock us off, and we're not going to be an easy side to knock off the table. Everybody in there wants it.
The next 2 away games were postponed at Swansea and Rochdale. That was to prove significant later on in the season. So the next game was another home game again to highly fancied Hull City.
Ian Stonebridge gives Argyle the lead in 20 minutes. Rogers again, cross in towards Stonebridge. It was headed away by Goodison, only as far as Steve Adams. Now David Worrell towards the far post. Prio with the header, and it's into the side netting. The fans in the main grandstand were starting to celebrate then. I thought that David Prio would plunk that one in the back of the net. Well, they were finishing up in the side netting. To get that goal side of him. This was David Worrell. Stonebridge stepping over it, getting the return from David Prio. Stonebridge! Well, that would have been a goal to finish off a memorable match for Argyle's point of view.
Argyle travelled to Shrewsbury Town, but still could not restore their fine away form of earlier in the season and lost 3-1. The next game saw difficulties as Roman Lario dropped out of the squad through flu. Chris Adamson took over for the home game against Scunthorpe United. Four days later saw the opening of the Linders stand, and Argyle entertained Oxford United on a windy, blustery day. Could they keep the run going and claim another 3 points?
Well, that was all about power and determination from Coughlin then. Stonebridge, Worrell, crossed in deep, and that is number 2. The Hodges up with a header. Stonebridge is making his way into the penalty area. with the free kick towards the far post. Oh, planted into the corner by David Morley. And Oxford have a goal back. Since that goal. It's hit well on the back. Powell with a chance. Well, that's curled in. And Oxford right back on level terms. Two minutes of stoppage time played. What with the free kick. All for Hodges. In towards Coughlin. The layoff, and Stonebridge makes it 3. Well, it was like a training ground goal almost, wasn't it? Now from Argyle getting the second half underway. We will be playing into the stiffish breeze and the thickening drizzle. Here rather miserable. 3-2 they lead though. Marino Keith with an early chance to make it 4. It'll come for Stonebridge.
3 points against Oxford meant Argyle were going to play second place Luton Town 7 points ahead. But further moves behind the scenes with the board were taking place. Vice Chairman Peter Jones picks up the story.
Well, February the 1st was a very big day for us all because what had happened was that we'd kind of exchanged, if you like, the day before the season started, before the Shrewsbury game. But there was an awful lot of discussion, negotiation to be done. There was a lot we had to fix. We finally completed that deal on Feb 1. And once we'd completed it, really was finally in our hands. And we could really start to plan for the future in a kind of unencumbered way. That's no criticism of the previous regime whatsoever. It's just that sometimes in a kind of interregnum, in a period in between, you're thinking a bit more about the past than you should be. That point, Feb 1, meant that we could really look ahead for the first time. And I think it freed us up a bit.
There's Witherick with the throw. Boyce up with the header. Now Howard inside for Matthew Spring. Nichols got away from Frio. Howard with a little layoff towards Valois. Taylor coming up to his left. Is that a penalty? It is. Huge cheers from the Luton fans. David Worrell could hardly believe it. And will that be the moment that decides this game, I wonder? Well, it was one of those challenges which sometimes they're given, sometimes they're not. Mr. Jocelyn, though, in no doubt. The responsibility then with Kevin Nichols. He's scored 3 goals this season. Can he score number 4, and perhaps the most important yet? Well, Lario went the right way, but it's the Luton fans who are celebrating now. Nichols keeping his cool and fairly lashing the ball past Romain Lario. No offside given because Evans was making his way back to an onside position. This is Dean Crowe. Watton has gone across to cover. Crowe trying to find a way through. And Lario in the end just having to turn it over the top. Valois with the corner towards the far post. Forbes, Howard. Steve Howard makes it 2, and it's all over. Well, that will settle it for sure. That's 4 goals in 5 games now for Steve Howard.
To be fair, they were much better than us on the day. Very attack-minded. They could have scored 2 or 3 more than they did, and it was probably our poorest performance of the season.
Evers playing it into the path of Michael Evans. Is there a twist in this one yet? Oh, it's come for Heaney.
Argyle's away form hadn't turned around with the defeat at Luton Town, but how would they respond another away game 3 days later at Swansea City? Paul Sturrock had called the players together and they had a meeting. Could they pick themselves up from those defeats and again go out, claim 3 points at the Vetch?
Worrell. Stonebridge waits.
The next home game was against high-riding Mansfield Town.
Worrell has created himself the space now and looks towards David Friot, and it's a fine save from Kevin Pilkington, the man who learnt his trade under Peter Schmeichel at Manchester United. Shows why he's a highly rated keeper, and he also shows why Mansfield have got one of the best defensive records in the league. He's Tankard. Taken off his toes by Steve Adams. Adams with a lovely pass out for Ian Stonebridge. It was a firm finish from Stonebridge, but comfortably at Kevin Pilkington. Stonebridge has been a little quiet this afternoon, but he got away thanks to a great ball through from Steve Adams. Adams finds Phillips. An air of anticipation when Martin Phillips gets on the ball. It's a lovely ball in! And just over the top from Ian Stonebridge. Well, Martin Phillips is excelling on the right wing. Another lovely ball into the middle, and Ian Stonebridge will have felt that he really should have done better, should have hit the target. Now Worrell for Martin Phillips, just dinks it in for Stonebridge. Worrell will have the space to run into. It will come over looking for David Friot. And again, a fine save from Pilkington. It's the second time Plymouth's French midfielder has been denied by the Mansfield keeper. Another fine save from a lovely header from David Friot. Watton wants to take it quickly. The referee insisting that the ball come back the full 10 yards. Friot's going to take it quickly though, and won't catch Pilkington off guard. Watton and Heaney wait over it. It's Watton's ball in. There's Friot! And it's in! And Plymouth have surely won this at the death. It's a great header from the Frenchman. Argyle now surely 10 points clear at the top of Division 3.
Argyle seemed to turn the corner with their away victory at Swansea. Could they continue that? They travelled to bottom-placed Halifax Town.
On the ball now. Stonebridge is the target. Might fall to Wills. Oh, brilliant save, but there for the tap-in is Stonebridge, and it won't count. Stonebridge offside according to the linesman, but to be honest, it didn't look offside to me. So down the left flank then towards Stonebridge. Stonebridge will chase this one. Comes to Blair Sturrock, decent shot, and it's a fantastic save. Well, whilst this free kick is taking place, Paul Sturrock, the manager, has just rollocked right back David Worrell. Now Watton with that free kick, and header by Coughlin, and it's a goal, and it's Hodges that scored it. That must have come from the training ground. Stonebridge has picked out Wills, and Stonebridge has it back. Can they go 2-0 up? Adams finds Wills. Surely that's a penalty. It is. Well done, referee. Absolutely spot on. Well, you can take no notice of them because they're wrong. That was a penalty, blatant foul in the box. What else can the referee do? Trevor Parks from Birmingham, the official. No question about the penalty kick. Now, can Watton convert? The Argyle fans behind that goal as Watton comes up, drills it past Richardson. How about that? I wouldn't have mind clocking that one behind the goal with a policeman's radar gun. That was fairly travelling at a rate of knots. Almost broke the net. 2-0 to the Pilgrims.
The next match was home to Kidderminster Harriers.
Curl it in towards the near post, hooked away by Broughton. Evans turning it back in. There's Abdusal. Andy Smith. Stumps forward for Broughton. Smith lurking beside him. No free kick, says the referee. Ian Foster crossed in towards Broughton. And Drew Broughton has put it into the corner of the net to give Kidderminster the lead. And the Argyle players protesting. Taken quickly by Watton. This is David Worrell. Kicked in towards Freo, who's arriving late. Back in by Adams. Broughton looking to get it clear. It came off Coughlin. Still the ball not away. Phillips is in there. Stonebridge. There's Weatherick. Curled in towards Coughlin. What an important member he's been of this side. Heaney finding Evans. Now getting the return ball. Chance for him to run at the defenders. Towards Sturrock on the far side, and that is handball against Scott Stamps. Well, there was a delay just for a moment or two. Well, Mr. Beebe weighed up his options, having thought about it, and he pointed to the spot. Scott Stamps isn't happy. In fact, one of the Kidderminster players are. But for the second week in succession, Argyle find themselves with a penalty. Well, Paul Watton drilled one home against Halifax last Saturday. Can he do the same this afternoon? Yes, he does. Started to get one or two goals, and I suppose the game that everyone's going to remember, and possibly you will as well, was the local derby here against Exeter when you got a couple.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was a great night, and obviously for the 2 goals for myself as well, it couldn't have went any better.
I mean, you almost had a hat-trick that night, didn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Stevie was in a position where I would normally like to be myself, but obviously it was a great start of the game and took the pressure off us a bit, and we settled down and played a bit after that.
Were you aware, sort of going into that one, because that has always been the big local derby down here, were you aware of the sort of, what it was going to be like from from the fans' point of view and everything?
I think that probably bypassed me. Obviously, if you're a Plymouth,ian, you're going to know what the game's all about, and even the Torquay game is much the same, but you could actually sense it. When you came out and you seen the atmosphere was building up before the match, you could actually sense it was a very big game.
Important win, that one, and it did give you another little kickstart on the way, didn't it? Because there've been sort of some big games through the season, but that one I think sort of probably would have given everybody a little bit of confidence beating the local rivals.
Yeah, I think the main difference with that game is there was many games before it we'd actually won 1-0. So to actually get the 3 goals gave the team a lift, I felt. It gave us that wee bit. We knew we could actually go and score more goals than just one to win games, and it actually lifted the confidence within the team.
This is Stonebridge. Hedges turning it back for Bez Weatherick. Testing cross for Stuart Fraser, he's missed it, and it's turned in. Well, that is going to go down as goalkeeping error, I'm afraid. Stuart Fraser coming out for it. And it was left to Steve Adams to just turn it into the net. The simplest of chances. And Argyle in front. As Weatherick's cross, well, Fraser got himself into all sorts of problems. It was just a question if he got the final touch. As Weatherick has gone across to the far side to put it in left-footed, and it's turned in by Maureen O'Keefe. And Exeter caught out by the set piece again. Well, Maureen O'Keefe came close to getting the touch on the first goal. I'm sure he'll be cleaning that one. Goal in, left-footed by Bez Weatherick. Maureen O'Keefe stooping low and tucking it into the corner. It looks as if it might just have taken a little bit of a deflection on the way in. Yes, it did indeed. It came off Chris Curran. I'm sure Maureen O'Keefe will claim it. It's no fault on the goalkeeper this time. Ball deflected past him by Chris Curran. By Cronin. McCarthy putting it inside for Breslin. Purdue trying to just find a little bit of space in midfield. Oh, Argyle with a chance to break. This is Stonebridge. Run into Curran. And the shot from Maureen O'Keefe. Oh, and that's a splendid finish. Well, he spotted that Stuart Fraser was off his line, and that surely will be the killer blow. Well, you have to say, it came rather against the run of play. Argyle have been penned in for much of this second half. But Ian Stonebridge getting away initially. And when the ball came off Chris Curran, Maureen O'Keefe, first time, chipping the goalkeeper. That is a top quality finish from Maureen O'Keefe. Well, there might have been some dispute about his first tonight as it came off Chris Curran. Some suggestion it could be an own goal. I don't think there were any doubts about that one, though. Watson with the long ball, headed away by Bez Weatherick. McCarthy battling hard for it. And, well, what happened there off the ball? Was there a little elbow from McCarthy then? The referee was in immediately. It's a red card. Oh, what a return to home park for Sean McCarthy. Well, it was a little too close to the referee. The crowd certainly spotted it. And Sean McCarthy makes an unhappy return to home park. And Graham Coffin, I think, would end up with another shiner. There's the elbow, just on the edge of frame. And you can see it again. Coffin sticking tightly to him. And he was caught, wasn't he?
Next, Macclesfield Town away.
He might be pretty good at fitting carpets. It's Bez Weatherick to hit it. Fantastic save, but Coughlin is there! Hey! Graham Coughlin with his 8th goal of the season. He's a centre-half and he's a second top scorer. Brilliant curling free kick from John Bez Weatherick. The keeper could only parry. There was Coughlin, and the defender on the line could only knock it further into the net. Darren Tinson has to do something with it. Lambert's header. This is Glover. Lee Glover's found John Askey. This is Chris Priest. The flag is up. Ricky Lambert's shot, it won't count. The flag is up, and it was up well early. Maureen O'Keefe scored twice against Exeter City last Tuesday night. David Smith. This is Lee Glover. John Askey's cross. Lambert missed it. There was Chris Priest. Macclesfield Town have levelled in the 90th minute, and the Plymouth defenders hang their heads in shame.
Another home game, another 10,000 plus crowd, and Plymouth Argyle seemingly on their way to another comfortable victory. They did have to wait until just before half-time to break the deadlock though, thanks to a helping hand, or should that be head, from York defender Graham Potter. But just when it seemed they were cruising to another win, a rare moment of indiscipline threatened to throw the Argyle bandwagon off course. Fullback David Worrell's petulant reaction saw him sent off for a second bookable offence. Suddenly, Fortress Home Park was under siege, as York sensed the opportunity to become only the second side since August to come away with a point. In the end, though, they couldn't find a way past the best defence in the league. Promotion may seem like a certainty, but the manager remains as cautious as ever.
That's the psychological thing we were looking for, was the 80-point mark. Now we've got to go on from that. We've got another target to aim for. So the important thing is that we get a good result on Saturday.
That game on the Saturday was home to Leyton Orient. The points were important, and a 3-0 victory looked convincing. More convincing, in fact, than the performance.
Phillips. Looking to thread it through for Ian Stonebridge. Defending well, though. Plenty of men back behind the ball. Watts winning it back. Kind of to get it away early. Still in pursuit. An interesting contest between him and Coughlin this afternoon. Coughlin certainly winning out on that occasion. Appreciated by the crowd, and that is a superb ball. Now Stonebridge is onside here. Ian Stonebridge with a great chance. That is 1-0. Winning it well. Just doing the tidying up behind Graham Coughlin. Steve Watts and for Martin. Now Lockwood to get the cross in early. Lario coming again. Good punch from the goalkeeper. And he was positive then, Romain Lario. Within Watton's range. He goes for the shot, and well, he was behind it, but the power almost beat him. Watton then with the corner. Towards Coughlin on the far side. And the set-piece king does it again. Well, that's goal number 9 for Graham Coughlin. And how many of them, I wonder, have come from just that sort of situation. Paul Watton with the free kick. Moved it in towards Evans. Battling for it, he's stuck it in as well. Well, 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes. And Argyle very much in the box seat. Michael Evans with some typical tenacity on the edge of the penalty area. He battled hard for the header, and when it dropped on the edge of the box, he was there to tuck it into the corner.
But of course, Plymouth Argyle.
Next, it was to Lincoln City. 3 points would be a big step towards promotion.
And that second versus bottom, you'd expect Joe Kinnear's men to pick something up at Kenilworth Road. This is Ian Stonebridge. Oh, what a goal! Fantastic goal from Ian Stonebridge. Oh, it's the sort of goal that gives you the feel-good factor. You can watch it again and again and again. That one's gone over, and it's another corner. Corner number 14 then for Lincoln. Ruck of players have gone up for it, but it came off Thorpe. And there's a full-time whistle from referee Trevor Parks. Massive, massive win for Plymouth Argyle. The players are mobbed by the fans. Well, the stewards aren't happy about that, but that's just tough. Great win for the Greens. And they all believe they're going up. They may well be right. Final score, Lincoln City 0, Plymouth Argyle 1.
The 3 points at Lincoln City meant a point was enough at Rochdale. It was a big night up in Lancashire.
To Splitcroft. Really cross in towards Clive Platt. Oh, good save from Lario. Well, the early opportunity for Clive Platt. And again up with the header. Black with the knockdown, Townsend with the early effort. And again, the Frenchman called into action. And again, he produces a superb save. This is Duffy. He's found a bit of space. And you get a decent cross in. Well, he's gone for the shot. And I think Larry got a touch. And Frio rather playing Adams into trouble then. This is Simpson. And the early effort. Oh, what a goal from Paul Simpson. Well, he was on his debut. And will that goal put a dent in Plymouth Argyle's promotion hopes tonight, I wonder? Watton with the free kick, aimed towards Lee Hodges, got up well for the header. Coughlin is in there, oh, just over. And that's the closest that Argyle have come. Looking to set Townsend away. Griffiths up with a good header, this is Flitcroft. Townsend away to his left. Trying the shot himself, and Lario having to get down to make the save. Now, Watton might just fancy his chances from here. He's hit it well. Jukes spinning it, and it's in there. Marino Key. And will that be the goal that takes Plymouth Argyle to promotion? Well, it was Paul Watton's initial shot. The goalkeeper spilled it, and Marino Keith was there to turn it home, and Argyle could be going up. Left for Watton to drive the corner in. Jukes came for it, and it's been turned in at the far post. It's Graham Coughlin, and surely now Plymouth Argyle are on their way back to Division 2, and so fitting that Graham Coughlin should get that all-important goal. He's been an Argyle hero all season. There's Wetherick then with the corner. Aimed towards Coughlin again. It'll come back for Jason Bent. David Frio not able to keep control. Strong challenge from Bez Wetherick. This is Frio. Oh, pull back, not finding Lee Hodges. It has now. And that is game over. Lee Hodges gets number 3, and the celebrations begin in earnest.
The final whistle went with a convincing victory in the end. Promotion had been achieved and emotions spilt over. Great celebrations were to be held by fans, directors, management and players. It was a tremendous evening as Plymouth Argyle progressed to Division 2. Still with 6 games to play.
Paul, I mean, you're the one survivor from that terrible time at Burnley, 4 years ago. I mean, this obviously makes up for that to a certain extent, doesn't it, tonight?
Well, it makes up for it. That was the lowest point in my career. This is the highest point. Things like that at Burnley then make you a stronger person, make you a better player. You've got to experience the lows in football to take the highs with the lows and the lows with the highs, and this is the highest. Just a complete I'm completely drained, in a complete state of euphoria. Absolutely amazing.
What was it like out there tonight? Because you went a goal down, and to be honest, you'd been under the cosh for a fair bit of the game, hadn't you? And then suddenly you were sort of back in it.
Straight from the first whistle, we struggled. You know, they come at us unbelievable. I mean, of course, 3 or 4 corners in the first few minutes. We've been strong all season, and we've seen out tough games. You know, we're strong, a lot stronger this year. When that goal went in, you know, unbelievable strike. You can't do anything about that. And, I mean, you could have picked me up off the floor, but Gaffer made 2 great subs, and we've come back in it, and we've showed the commitment and character we've shown all year.
And you had a part in the first 2 goals, really?
Yes, that's the only thing I did right all game, really. But I just, you know, credit to the lads. Cocker's been on the end of everything all season. Marino, come on, it was a different task. Come on.
What does it mean to you? I mean, because you're you know, Plymouth born and bred, you know, through and through. So it must make a tremendous difference to you going up like this.
Martin, it's just, I'm near to tears, mate, when I come off. All the fans there, and I'm just so proud. It's unbelievable. So proud to be from Plymouth today and captain my local team. Just so proud. I'm just drained. My voice is going. I really wish my family could have been up in the, you know, my mum and dad and my fiancée Justine and my brother and sister and that, but I share it with them on Saturday, hopefully.
It's not finished yet, though, is it? You're on the championship now.
I mean, we're promoted. That's the first goal. Next goal is a championship, and that's what we want. You know, we want a medal.
Paul, congratulations. I mean, you've got to be delighted to have got promotion now.
Delighted for everybody. Your chairman right down. I'm saying the players have been fantastic as well. It's been a long season. We've worked very, very hard to achieve what we've achieved. But there's another finishing post to be got over now, and I'm saying the challenge is there for the players. They appreciate the 5 ahead, 6 games to go, and it's up to us now to make sure we win all the games and make sure we get the championship.
I mean, tonight it was one of those games where you had to get a point, but for a while you were up against it, weren't you, really?
Well, I've been throwing the balls up lately, whether we play 4-5-1, whether we play 4-4-2. I do feel the players. I think we've run our race in 4-5-1. I'm saying, but trying to convince the players is difficult. They hold on to what they have. We, you know, kind of talked them into playing 4-4-2 in the second half, and we've lost a goal early on. And I thought the heads might go down after that, but to be fair to them, you know, they've come out and battled. The 3 subs that went on, done fantastic, and we've got the result we need.
Easter Saturday, and the newly promoted Pilgrims arrived at Home Park for a promotion party, taking on local rivals Bristol Rovers, as the fans and the team alike were to celebrate. Were the team going to suffer a hangover from the celebrations they'd had from Tuesday night?
Well, there'll be party time at Home Park, but Plymouth Argyle manager Paul Sturrock is in no mood to allow his players to sit back and enjoy the celebrations. They regard it as a job half done. The next stage is to secure the championship. They want to do that in some style, and Ian Stonebridge with an early chance. Look at a second bite at it here. Argyle starting as they mean to go on. Steve Adams, oh, against the post. Marino Keith following up, it's in there. And what a start for Plymouth Argyle. Just 34 seconds on the clock. And Marino Keith has given them the lead. Well, you could hardly have scripted it better, could you? It is John Besweatherick, and he scores from here. Argyle really will be dreaming. It's going to be Paul Watton to hit it. And you get a second bite. Oh, what a save from Scott Howie. Well, he must have seen that right at the last moment, the goalkeeper then. Just the path of James Thomas. pressure from Rovers at the moment. McKeever with the corner. Lario came a long way, against the bar. Well, the goalkeeper came an awful long way then. It was Steve Foster, I think, who got up for the header. No, in fact, it was James Quinn. Over 12 minutes remaining. There's Wetherick with the corner. Curled towards the near post. Frio got a touch on it. Coughlin off the bar. And now Paul Watton trying to get the shot in. Into the arms of Scott Howie. And that was so close to number 2. Phillips forward towards Michael Evans. A bit of a battle with Mark Foran. He's retaining possession though. Driving the cross in. Almost an own goal from Steve Foster.
So Argyle got the result they needed against Bristol Rovers, though it was a tired-looking performance. They now had the long journey on Easter Monday to Hartlepool United. Luton was snapping at their heels, with the results keeping them just behind the Pilgrims. Could Argyle come away from Hartlepool with at least a point? It was going to be a tough game. With that defeat at Hartlepool, Argyle needed to keep winning at home to keep Luton at bay. Next they faced Southend. Could they get the 3 points that were all vital? It ended up with a bit of a penalty drama.
Evans come from Stonebridge, the wind has blown back into the faces of the Argyle men, but that's a lovely ball from Jason Bent. He's found John Bestwetherick. Hodges in the middle, as is Stonebridge. Phillips is there, but Bestwetherick will go himself. And it was headed away by Mayer. John Bestwetherick looking to score his first career goal. It was almost a beauty. Argyle fans start singing, trying to lift the crowd, trying to be the 12th man the manager Paul Stokes asked them to be, as the cross comes in towards Evans, and it was a hand. It seemed to come from Mickey Evans, and the Southend players are incensed as the ball came into the middle. Referee Oliver saw a hand hit the ball and he thought it was a Southend hand, and you can see the reaction of the Southend players. Even their manager Rob Newman on the touchline is having a protest with the fourth official, and the penalty has been confirmed by the fourth official, and the referee has another battle to sort out. Kevin Mayer and Stuart Thurgood incensed for Southend. And the referee, would you believe it, has consulted his other linesman, Guy Beale from Taunton, and has reversed his decision. Now it's the time for the Plymouth players to be incensed. I think it is the right decision, but an amazing sequence of events at Home Park. The penalty that never was.
After 5 months in the lead, that 0-0 home draw saw Argyle drop to second and Luton take over at the top. Argyle now had a difficult weekend away, with games at Carlisle on the Saturday and Darlington on the Monday. It was all there to play for.
But he's off target. Once again, the huge punt forward, and Evans' header, and Marino Keith with a rocket! Yes! How about that one? Brilliant approach play by Plymouth Argyle, and in the 20th minute, the Scotsman has put the Pilgrims in front with a sizzling strike. His 7th of the season. Carlisle United 0, Plymouth Argyle 1. McGill, Foran, all of Brunton Park to himself for a moment. Still go in, and, well, decent shot in the end by Foran. Looked to have scuffed it completely, but the closer it got to goal, the more you thought that it might creep in the right-hand corner. Is Steve Adams coming forward for Plymouth, and this is Marino Keith. Stonebridge left it, this is Evans! Oh! Well, he leant back there, didn't he, Michael Evans, and always rising the shot. But from 12 yards out, you would have expected him to have hit the target. Foran. Great ball from Brendan McGill, that. Chance here for Johnny Allen. Oh, great shot. Just a tad unfortunate. I don't think the Frenchman would have got to that, you know. Plenty of swerve on the ball. He could have crossed it, Allen. Looked to be darting into the top right-hand corner, and the Frenchman was flapping a bit. So set piece, and Watton to clatter it, and oh, what a fantastic goal by Paul Watton! Sensational! There was only one thing in his mind, and that was to put the thing down and crack it. And boy, did he crack it. Are you watching Joe Kinnear is the chant from the Plymouth Argyle fans in reference to the Luton Town manager, but he won't be bothered because Luton, I understand, are winning. This is Michael Jack. Oh, great stop by Laria. It was a very good effort, wasn't it, from Jack? Low flying shot, bit of a daisy cutter, and the 6'5" Frenchman down well to smother it. So 95 minutes on the watch then, and there's the full-time whistle. It's a priceless win for Plymouth. It puts tremendous pressure on Luton, and the Pilgrims are on the championship trail. The next port of call on the road to victory, Feetham's. Full value for 3 points this afternoon, though. It finishes in front of 3,000. Carlisle 0, Plymouth 2.
Victory at Carlisle for Argyle and a goalless draw for Luton at home to Macclesfield set up Darlington as a championship decider. Argyle needed a good start. They got it with an early goal from Mickey Evans. Could they go on and build on that goal to claim the championship in the North East? Argyle then crowned champions at Darlington. So they won promotion at Rochdale in a rearranged fixture. Now in another rearranged fixture, again away from home, they claimed the championship. It was a magic night for the Pilgrims, for all those that were there, all those listening around the world, and those listening into the radio back in Plymouth. A tremendous night as the champions came home with the spoils.
Paul, third division champions, how do you feel?
Fantastic. I mean, we came away for the weekend and we thought if we get 4 points and we go into the last game with a chance of winning it, then, very good. But to get 2 wins and Luton to have dropped those points at home and we're champions, fantastic. Brilliant atmosphere. Paul Sturrock gave me a kiss, it's brilliant.
The championship party's begun in earnest, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've had some champagne, we'll have some drinks on the coach home. It'll be a quick journey home, I think, with the celebrations. The players are all up for it, and we've got a weekend, don't forget. Come and watch the Cheltenham game and let's celebrate. We've got the balloons, we've got the band, we've got the music, and we're going to give it a go to get the 100 points.
It's nice to do it tonight though, isn't it? You wouldn't have liked to have left it to the last game.
Yeah, the directors, Peter Jones and I, Phil Gill, were sat up there saying, let's do it tonight, let's get it out of the way. Don't go in the last game wanting to win and Cheltenham wanting to win. We didn't want that. We wanted the championship. Last time was 59 we won the championship, so it's been a long time coming, and the people of Plymouth can come out and support us now at the weekend, and we got a bus ride with the City Council on Sunday, and we'd like to see all the fans in the City Centre on Sunday.
It's been worth the journey up into the far north, hasn't it, this weekend?
Yeah, we stayed, we had a relaxing time. We went to Carlisle on Friday and we stayed all weekend, and the players have been so relaxed, it's unbelievable, and the new kit and the new formations worked a wonder. 2 away ones, 2-0 and 4-1's been absolutely brilliant.
Paul, your third division champions, how does it sound?
It's fantastic for everybody involved with Plymouth Argyle, and I think the supporters who have went through a roller coaster time over the last 6 or 7 years, it's great for them. Everybody was hopefully listening to the radio, and the support was magnificent. It was here, and it's a long way to come, I'm saying, but we've tasted it now, and let's have a real go on Saturday and a real party spirit, and try and go over this 100 points.
You mentioned the supporters. It was like having a 12th man out there, wasn't it, tonight?
Well, I think, the players responded properly. I'm saying over these 2 games have been magnificent. We've played completely alien to our style of play over the last 2 games, but I don't think the pitches have allowed us to pass the ball like we would like to pass it. But it's caught a couple of teams on the hop our style, I'm saying, and we've scored 6 goals. So we decided we were going to have a go. If we were going to lose it, we were going forward the way, and it's happened today that it's worked for us.
How does this compare to the success you've had in Scotland?
Well, as I said to the players, a very small percentage of people taste championships and cup wins and everything else, and it was there just grasping for them, and and I didn't want them to miss out on it. Obviously I've tasted quite a lot of it. It's a great feeling, and I'll party tonight and for 3 or 4 days after this, and they now have got to party and really enjoy it, because these things only happen now and then, and you've got to have something to remember by. So hopefully we'll have a good 2 or 3 days, and then obviously get ready for Saturday.
Argyle were coming home as champions. Celebration time and party time again, but this time with the ultimate prize, the championship of Division 3, with the potential of getting 102 points if they could beat the opposition on the day, Cheltenham Town.
A bit of space for him. Ball over the top for Stonebridge to chase. He's got Marino Keith in the middle, so too is Jason Bent. What a start! Well, that's 2 in 2 games now for Jason Bent. It was a party atmosphere before. Now the celebrations have really begun. Well, it was Stonebridge's pace which caused the problems. He got almost to the byline. It was behind Marino Keith who got in at the near post, but Bent coming in, making no mistake. With the free kick. Curled in towards Lee Hodges, got up well, right across the box, and almost an own goal. It's fallen for Graham Coughlin. Graham Coughlin, player of the season. And now Argyle's top goal scorer. Well, that's his 11th. What a season he's had. Well, Cheltenham perhaps a little unfortunate. Lee Hodges getting it across the goal. Mix up with Finnegan involved. Buck couldn't catch it. It went between his legs. There was no way he was going to stop Graham Coughlin then. Well, he's played every minute of Argyle's championship campaign. And how fitting that he should get one of the goals on what's turning into a real end-of-season party now. Big smile. Hardly ever leaves his face. Well, Kevin Hodges getting up. It was an awful mix-up. The ball rebounded off Finnegan. Buck just couldn't hold it, and Coughlin getting the better of him. Referee almost then. And there is the final whistle. Steve Tomlin anxious to get off after bringing down the curtain on a magnificent season for Plymouth Argyle. Player of the season Graham Coughlin getting the second of their 2 goals this afternoon.
A tremendous day as Roman Lario comes out along with David Worrell to pick up their medals, coming out in pairs on this tremendous occasion. What an atmosphere here with the 3 new stands. There's Jack Taylor. Roman Lario, such a good season for Roman, and certainly earned his corn this season, and the praises as well, quite rightly. There he is with Dave Worrell, again, one of Paul Sturrock's first imports. John Bestweatherick in the team at the beginning of the season, dropped out but came back with such an impact at the end. Craig Taylor, of course, plagued with injury, only played a number of minutes really in that 1-0 victory at home over York City. But all the players had their part to play this season, and those that have been out on the pitch will get one of those medals, championship medals. And the fans here soaking up every bit of this. It's been said you don't get these occasions very often. We hope for them for more than just a once. It'll be nice to repeat this again, if not next year, very soon indeed. Ian Stonebridge, still a young player and has still so much to offer. Martin Phillips, his goals early part of the season, how vital they were in getting Argyle going and putting them up to the top of the table on October the 23rd in that game against Lincoln. Stevie Adams, how he's developed as a midfield player, and Lee Hodges, what a vital impact he's had on that left side, so good with his head, weighing in with a few goals that have been important as well. Kevin Wills, battling away, when he gets into the team certainly had an effect. And Martin Gritton spent a lot of his time in Ireland, of course, in the latter part of the season, but was involved earlier on in a few of those games that have led to this championship. The crowd loving every bit of this, quite rightly. Now, Maureen O'Keefe, and certainly he and Jason Bent, you think the effect they have had on claiming this championship over the last few games, weighing in with a couple of goals apiece, but the effect on the team that both those players have had has been tremendous. Young Blair Sturrock, the manager's son, certainly a big contribution. And Joe Broad, again on the edge of the first team, but again looks a great promise for the future. Running out of space there is young Luke McCormick. Never got a game. When he did have a chance of a game, he was injured. And Neil Heaney has only played for a matter of minutes due to injury since he came down to Plymouth, but again looks to be one that could be very useful to the squad in the coming season in Division 2. And Paul Maxwell, the physio, and Kevin Summerfield, assistant coach, how well have they done? And who's this man? I think he wants to go up and claim a medal. I think we'll let him have one. Paul Sturrock, certainly must be, he's going to be voted Division 3 Manager of the Year. Surely no doubt of that, particularly with so many Argyle players in that Division 3 team. And here's Captain Paul Watton, who's led by example, lifts a trophy. Plymouth Argyle, Division 3 champions, 2001, 2002. What a tremendous achievement, 102 points. Singing and enjoying this along with the fans. What a great occasion this has been as they now go out behind the nationwide banner for the inevitable photographs. It's David Frio how important his contribution has been this season, and surely this team will be the basis of next year's team as well. I'm sure Paul Sturrock will add one or two new faces, but the foundation of the team has been built over the last 18 months. And as you can hear, the crowd partying, enjoying this. This is going to go on all weekend, and for the players all next week as well, as they're scheduled to go out to Magaluf for 4 nights next week as a celebration and a rest after an arduous season. So I'm sure they're going to be out there taking it easy, and according to Vice Chairman Peter Jones, they'll be visiting some archaeological sites and some interesting churches to look at the architecture in Magaluf, and in bed by 8 o'clock every day, and 8 o'clock in the morning, no doubt. And finally, off on the unsung heroes, like Paul Maxwell now lifts the trophy, done so much in keeping that team going as physio, bringing in some very interesting techniques and ideas in taking care of the players and in the players' fitness. And then the man himself, Paul Sturrock, I think everybody would accept it's him that has produced so much here. So we're all getting sprayed in champagne as the corks pop and the parties begin. Now the football season's over. So now giving praise to the crowd that have provided so much support for the team this season, and every member of the team appreciate what the fans have done in enabling them to claim this prize. And of course the fans appreciate what the players have done out there on the pitch. It's been a tremendous season with everything that's going on, with the new ground, the new stands, and the future's looking bright for Plymouth Argyle. Fans shouting and cheering Green Army. I feel they're part of that Green Army that have followed this team all around the country, and we shouldn't be travelling quite so far next year with a lot of the teams far closer to us in Division 2. Lee Hodges there, been so effective on that left wing. A sterling job. There's occasions where you don't want it to end, but it all starts again next August, but this time in Division 2. Steve Adams wants his photos taken. Local lad, of course, from Plymouth. What a season it's been for him. He moved up in the midfield. Has become such an influential player for this team. Soaks up so much of that pressure just in front of the defence. And there's captain Paul Watton, another local boy. Paul Maxwell enjoying that occasion. And these celebrations are going to continue, as I said earlier, all weekend. And Roman Lario, what a find he's been. Tipped for the top by many people. And certainly we wish to see him continue in Argyle colours, but on the form that we've been used to seeing from the great goalkeeper. Dave Worrell, part of the Irish contingent now. After the great day on the Saturday and the celebrations as champions, Argyle continues those celebrations with a civic reception and an open-top bus tour of the team, the management and staff from Home Park into the Civic Centre. It was a chance for many of the fans to come out and to give further accolades to their team, and a great occasion was had by all as they went into the Plymouth city centre to meet with thousands and to be greeted by them and to be able to address them themselves. It was a great day at the end of a great season, a magic season for Plymouth Argyle. Champions of Division 3, 2001-2002.
we'd just like to thank you so much for coming out today. Plymouth people never ever let us down. We all think you're absolutely incredible, and we're all like moved to tears and that. We're over the moon, and I'll thank you very much. And we've only gone and done it! Yeah!
I'm semi-drunk at the minute. I'm going to get fully drunk bladder, as you boys say. I hope you've all enjoyed the season. I have, and I think the players have. And hopefully we'll go right through next year's league with all the victories we've had this year and take you into another day like today, hopefully. Thank you very much. Fantastic sight. Can I just start by thanking the new board of directors who took over in August last year. Peter Jones, Phil Gill, Michael Foote, Nick Warren, Ken Jones and John McNulty. What a team off the pitch. Thank you very much. Michael Foote even came down from London and saw us off on the bus. And he wishes you all the best. He's gone back to London now, and he said, we're going to aim for the Premiership. Don't tell Luggy. I want to thank all the players. 4 of them got into the divisional team, as you know. I would have put all of them in the divisional team. Fantastic. Paul Maxwell, Kevin Summerfield have worked tremendously hard this year. Great credit to them. I want particularly to thank Canny Scott, who came out with me last night and didn't bring a penny. And funny thing was, he said today, I've still got no money. The good news for all of us is that with very limited resources last year, he assembled a team that is absolutely fantastic. He made Joe Kinnear and all his millions look second rate. Well done, Paul Sturrock. I'll just finish by thanking Plymouth City Council and Vivian Pengelly for letting us host this occasion. Thank you very much. Finally,